Are you from me?
No, no, no.
Window?
It's media.
Is it? Media. Okay, so.
The participants, the nutrition production with algae to ensure continuity of the practice regarding على بركة بعيدين وتقولي هذه قولي تنجز على بركة يبدو من يوم ما تيجي تعيشون مثل الوزير ما هي بيان يوفرنا بيان وزير يقول يقول ما يقول بيان أمر تقولين كل من أو وزير يقول أنا تباري أنا كذي أنا 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 sama dia punya dulu yang يكون الحدود قانونية على بركة كبيرة الحدود قانونية عم بيقولون قانون عم بيقولون على بركة كبيرة أو قانون إذا ما كنا يقول على كل على بنية كبيرة dua على بركة nhưng mà cái điều như này là anh đi là gì tại cái người nhẹ trong những gì này cái gì nhẹ là gì anh nhớ như này cái mình nhớ anh nhớ cái là anh say nhẹ là para mà đây cái say nhẹ sẽ đi kenapa cara menjumpa ada pembunuhan. Also to mention, we have a very close collaboration with the government where we engage the services of the extension workers, LG, they provided technical support to the participants right from the onset of the agric activities down to the harvest period as well.
Kalau para sepanjang jadi saya buruk juga dunia nggak berani orang balu penjian arami murah siap singkuan ali kue ada umum penjian
This one you saw.
Okay, the changes. Okay, please let's change the mic there.
What's going on? What's wrong with you?
It's for the it's not working.
Let's keep it.
Yes, let's hurry. Okay. So in a life, na wenka ne. Kama kudin gani?
An gama play. Me ba ka
Shiga YouTube. YouTube. subscribe. Dama kai ba kai subscribe.
Kai
Kai ma ka shiga wayan
mene?
ka shiga mana kai. Haka alheri zai ba.
A duba ma ne? A duba ma ne? Kana neman biyu ma ne?
Eh,
Eh?
ina neman viewers.
To bara a duba ma ma.
Yawwa.
Idan kan caja na cikin ya kwata?
To ni ban ma san ni ka zo da caja ko baka zo da shi ba. Yayi.
Sincerely apologize for taking that hopefully it's all out.
Ina mutanen CRC. Ko bai da mun wasu CRS.
20
Vale.
minutes.
Sai waye za tu
We're going to be starting with the
na status.
United
Yanzu ya gani zai tsire buga.
So our CRS is going to take the leadership. Canada and the rest are going to support. Please can we show them where the team is so that we can have our team. Thank you very much. Our invited
No, we
guests will
will
go
do
first. Then our partners will go second. Then others will go last. So the others please wait before we get their team. Thank you very much. See you in 30 minutes.
Yana mu.
Bari ni ma an gani.
Okay. Tunda
Suleiman, please can you
Hello, just a mic. What? Hello. Hello. Just a mic. What?
ina zuwa.
yawa so na inda ya You have to capture what I'm presenting. Jesus, that's Baba.
Dan bar wannan nan. Bara bro, bara ne. Don't talk. Please, can we do this now? Let's connect this thing. Let's adjust. This is not adjusted. Can you remove this first? Carry a button. I'm just doing like. Kana nan ai. Eh? Ah. Bari yan karba. Ina monitoring this.
Down.
Ka zauna mana zai dauke mu ne. Ka zo mu zauna da Allah.
Ka zauna Allah.
Yalla ka zo. Ni ban da abokin hira ba da ɗaya.
Na da su da ka sai ta marka mara yanzu ba yake na ta daukai shi.
Ya.
Allah. Ka wannan clean ne. Na sa status na yi. Allah ba kamarin jin ƙara duban ga suwaye suka kalla. But I say, I say YouTube, the past.
Thank you.
zan juyo kanka in kai wasa har saurin yana shiga ai na biyu da dare lokacin da ka zara kuma a nan sa a kai ne baka sani ba ya kabo ka wuce ta shi ne sai ta kasa duk su yi mana a nan da kasa duk su yi mana Allah ka sa dari mai kawai da gana su amma akwai mutanen su da suke kallon live ba haka ce da su da wasu da mutane su abu suka ce ba ba shi ne aka shi ya kallon live ba ba da musu da suka ce ba ba wai da suke kallon su
Wato abin da nake faɗa shi ne ku yi haƙuri na'urar na sanar da bar aiki da ya kamata ba, amma Allah ya yarda lokacin da muna cin abinci kamar da kuma mun sa hakan nan za mu sa domin jama'a su gani. This is because we already have our testimonials, the people that have benefited from some of these services here, and they are going to be standing in front of us to give their own remarks. Please, I crave your indulgence. Please, let's be quiet. Idris, please, let's be quiet. Hello. Who is sitting on the table there? Please, let's be quiet. And Kali and team, let's be quiet. Thank you very much. Okay. Please, the following is disturbing us. Thank you very much. Okay, we are going to be giving our local government chairman five minutes to talk about the collaboration of CRS with the various.
They have touched the lives of the people. They have shown humanitarian affiliation, and they have shown a lot of biophilia support in their humanitarian activities in our dear local government. Thank God I am not coming as a new person. We started alongside together with CRS in Gubbio. I accommodated CRS in Gubbio. I registered CRS in Gubbio when I am the hitherto and still counting for the period of their stay in Gubbio. I am still the head of the local government. I can bear that testimony that supports like livelihood support. I cannot have the number, but I know it's over 10,000 households that have benefited. I can bear a testimony as the executive chairman of the local government that in the wash aspects, CRS have, let me say has, revived, upgraded, facilitated, renewed a lot of our water facilities in Gubbio local government area. All along, I thought our water is reddish in Gubbio until when CRS came. They show a lot of ways for us that there is chlorification, there is this and that. Some of the metal water facilities are giving us this and that. And there we learn a lot that definitely we can have access to a clean and potable water through the CRS. Thank you very much for that. In terms of nutrition support, we have had a lot. I can bear that witness that many of our malnourished, not politicking, but in the real sense, have picked up from grass to grace in the nutritional aspect. So to mention few, they've gone out of way. Sometimes we, as the heater of the local government, will have a lot of pressure from our people that please talk to CRS that our toilet facilities are not good, this and that. We have to go outside our way. We write a letter to them that we need this, we need that. They have built, I think, more than 20 to 30 toilets in our public places in Gubio local government area. And me as a person, no time without any response. When I write a letter to CRS that we need intervention of this and that, they will not respond to. They are responding any day, anytime they receive my letter. So on behalf of the good people of Gubio local government and in the name of humanity coming from Gubio local government, we say a big thank you to CRS, even though our heart is bleeding that we are missing CRS in Gubio as a closeout. But notwithstanding, we wish the organization well. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chairman Gubio Local Government. He's the elder brother of one of my very good friends, and he's the friend of CRS. Jama'a mutapa masa. Wato bari in gaya muku abin da ya faɗa a cikin Kanuri. Ya ce ba Ingila. All right, I won't bite my tongue. Amma askira Ingila mun gode sosai. So I would now also invite the second chairman that came second, as in the person of that is the Magomeri local government chairman. I love this his name, Honorable Abdul Kadir Abdul Abubakar. Atapa masa jama'a. Please, if you want to ease yourself, wanda ya musu yana jin ragewa, akwai wani ragewa a guje in an fita za a ga na maza da na mata. Thank you very much.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. The executive chairman of Gubio local government and executive chairman of Kaga local government, our ever respected district heads of Magomeri, Kaga Gubio, and let me start in already existing protocol. Mine is lot of tank. No CRS. So I think you do. Bismillah ar-Rahman, a'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. My one is lot of tanks, because CRS, you do a lot for our people, especially Magomeri local government and Gubio and Kaga. So now I see you watching the video, I see the honorary pledge. I think there are a lot of villages that you intervene in front of nutritions, and there are so many. So really we are not happy to listen you because now CRS is left us, so really we miss a lot of interventions, especially when it comes to like my colleague say, Chairman Gubio, you know, if you go our villages, you know, there are a lot of challenges we are facing before. You know, about toilets. So we are going to outside or somewhere in the under the tree or somewhere. So that is why you provide toilets to our people. So this is very, very excellent and very, very good intervention. So now we are really thankful for you. We are happy to do your interventions, and we are not happy you are going to leave us. So let me thank all of you, and I pray for our state and their country to peace and unity. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chairman Abubakar Abdul Kadir of Gubio Magumiri local government. Jama'a mutafa masa. Sun dai magana ne akan ayyukan da CRS ta yi, sun bayar da abinci, kuma in ka ci abinci dole za ka in abin ya kai inda ya kai za a nema gurin da za a je a saukar da abincin da aka ci wanda ya lallace daga ciki, ko ba haka bane? So an bayar da su toilet, an bayar da ruwa da dai sauransu. Ubangiji Allah wai ya saka ma CRS albarka, amma kuma kash da a ce so samu ne da CRS ta ci gaba, ko ba haka bane? A inda muna aiki amma bai yi haka ba, canji ya zama dole, ko ba haka bane? Yawa, ko kamar shi ma chairman ai da ba chairman bane, amma yanzu chairman ko an canja wani ne kamun chairman yanzu, ko ba haka bane? So canji a rayuwar namiji na mutum ya zama dole. So thank you very much, Honorable Chairman, for vote of thanks. It's on this same note. So it's on this same note that I want to invite Honorable Chairman of Magumeri Kaga LGA, my good brother, a wonderful friend of CRS, the Mami father. Let's put our hands together as we welcome Mairu Goni Abdallah. Jama'a mutafa masa.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. أما بعد, the MC is too biased because he wanted to lead my local government up to the Magumeri while we are not. Please don't mind this young lecturer, that is chairman of the local government, because if we will not compare ourselves with him because we are full politicians, but he is a lecturer. By chance, he just started into the politics and became a local government chairman. So we should not mind you with this English.
English is just to manage and to clear it up. So, here with our English. So we are politicians, we are not a lecturer. Gubio local government chairman, Magumeri local government chairman, our respected district heads of Gubio, Kaga and Magumeri, village heads, vendors, and the very excellent team of CRS, because you are a wonderful staff of the CRS that you did this program for us. We would not even miss it. I don't know how to even put it. We miss you. Because the way you care for your beneficiaries and the vendors, as well as even local government chairmen. But I will not leak that secret. But thank you very much for doing a wonderful job for us, for your own humanitarian work. Only God will reward you. Because leadership of the CRS in Borno State, like Mr. Solomon and the other team, the way they concern to our people is extraordinary. And please, for the sake of well understanding for our all beneficiaries that came here, I will drastically come down to our native language so that they can understand well. I want to bring you CRS. Am the Quran, put am the Rosarani. Ana ro tayi da zirin zakari sai gare ma da ada yi ro ro ma da diri futu ya anja za ke tiye no to no yende don da linzi da CRS sai kira beneficiary lan cida bello yi marojin awar beneficiary gutuma kam do awar fa yatin ma kenan talani ro gutuma so arma ande dai awar diri manen so Mr. Solomon go baka ni kanuri abin da nake ji wannan abin da nake faɗa wannan ku ga wanda za su gaje ku gaskiya su rike jama'a mu yadda kuka rike mu su kula da vendors namu kamar yadda kuka rike su kula da beneficiaries namu kamar yadda kuka rike don vendors ba 100% indigenous vendors kuka amfani da shi gashi na su suna zaɓe. Wasu is a very excellent work. Ko bature daga America mai yaji abinda kuka yi haka yadda muke so da kuka yi. Kuma gaskiya mutane musu yi benefiting a ta fannin da kuka yi aiki kamar wash, kamar nutrition, uwa uba food. Aga an ce ba dawa ba tafiya. Gaskiya kun ciyar da jama'a mu a yadda abincin local abincinmu kuma namu vendors namu da za su kuma a basu ba zai wanda za a kawo daga America bane. A gaskiya mun yaba da wannan taimakon da aka yi karin cika ku da surutu da yawa. Mun gode Allah ya saka muku da alheri kuma da samu da mu Allah ya sa mu sada mu a wani lokaci a wani aiki. Assalamu alaikum.
To jama'a a tafa maciyaman a wayannan camomi guda uku Allah kawai ya san abin da suka yi ma wannan project din. They are listening people, kana kwankwasa kofar su suna budewa ba protocol ba chairman wai ku yi you are coming and they are there, you are coming and they are there, you are calling, they are picking their calls. Gaskiya mun gode muku. Thank you so much for opening your doors to us and giving us the access to your people to serve them to the best of our ability. We are really, really grateful. Allah ya sa wanda za su zo daga bayan mu su yi abin da ya fi abin da muka yi.
Okay, I would love to call on the representative from Borno agency, Hajia Babi Mala, to give us her own remark in 3 minutes, and then we'll go to the next item. And I would want to say, Dorothy, please get our stuff ready. Coming to you very soon. Thank you very much. Thank you. Welcome, ma'am.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Good morning, everyone. I'm going to start on the existing protocol. I would like to welcome to the Closeout meeting of the Improved Alert Multi-Sectoral Project. I am honored to see so many distinguished stakeholders gathered here today. First and foremost, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to each one of you for your tireless effort and commitment to the success of this project. Your dedication to improving the lives of vulnerable communities in Ubio, Kaga, and Mangumeri has been truly inspiring. Over the past 15 months, CRS have worked to address the critical issues in nutrition, wash, and food security. Today, we gather to celebrate the achievement, reflect on challenges, and most importantly, to ensure a sustainable transition of project gains. I look forward to our discussion and presentations which will highlight the project impact, lessons learned, and recommendations for future programming. Your active participation and input are invaluable, and I encourage you all to engage fully in the conversations again. Thank you for your partnership and collaboration. Let us together to ensure that the progress we've made is sustained and built upon in the years to come. And to CRS, I would like to commend for the exceptional collaboration and transparency. As a partners, CRS consistently demonstrates a commitment to accountability and coordination. They regularly reach out to seek clearance and clarification on government regulations and policies, ensuring compliance and alignment with our objectives. Moreover, they provide timely and comprehensive reports on their activities, keeping us informed and their progress. We value our partnership with CRS and appreciate their dedication to working hand in hand with us to achieve our shared goals. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for that eloquent yet short speech. Jama'a bari mu kara tafa mata ko? We are not surprised at what the agency have written concerning CRS. That is just the truth about CRS. We are very, very transparent. And everybody here that have worked with CRS will attest to that. Having said that, Dorothy, are we ready? I would want to invite Dorothy to come on stage with some items that we're giving some people. Head of Office, Solomon, can you take the lead on this, please? Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. So just quickly, we won't waste your time. we just want to use this opportunity to hand over some token of gifts. We did this in Abuja, and we feel there are few people who have not received this. I will skip the twins, Maria and Gaga. You will all agree that you are twins today. Even though Gaga is denying you, I don't know why. So, Honorable Malik, can you please come forward? And Badi, can you come forward? So, it's always like a culture. Oh, kaki dari idan ana babban biki kamar haka, a zo da wani kan abu da ina kudin gaskantarsa, domin ka shaida godiyanka ga mutanen da sun baka goyon baya, ko ba gaskiya ba? We receive 360-degree support from you. And he has mentioned something. He's our landlord in Dubai. He's the one housing us. And from day one, in fact, even before I came to CRS in Dubai, I've always heard about it. I'm not sure that I can get the CRS. Staff the CRS. So, gaskiya mun gode mun yaba da kokari da ta nuna mana kula yau. And sometimes akwai shawarwari ma. You know, that can be done in our waya sai ka ba ni shawara ka ce gashi. You know, I'm really overwhelmed and I'm so excited. So on behalf of CRS leadership, we're giving you this token. I don't know who made that page, but I think as you check your penalty now, and we're handing you over this to you.
Sorry.
This is much more than good. Actually, thank you very much. When I was making my presentation, I skipped our name partners. Please, my sincere apology. My sincere apology. Because they made everything possible. Thank you very much.
Again, Babi has come here. So, Babi, I don't know what to say, but sincerely, in terms of showing someone direction and showing someone the light, because there's one perception that we all have. All humanitarian agencies have this perception that you have to learn the ropes in order to be able to work with Borno State government. And there's this assumption that sometimes Borno State government can be difficult. But for us, we understood the trick. And that is why Babi mentioned that we will always go to seek guidance before we take a step. Has always been there to show us the dim light. So muna kuma yaba ma Babi domin ita akwai agency na government da ake cewa BSA. BSA su ne suke coordinating activity na humanitarian agency. Wancan nan director ce a wannan agency. Kuma duk lokacin da mun je gunta za ta karbe mu hannu biyu da zauna mu yi dariya mu dan zolaye juna da ba mu kuma direction da za mu bi. Shi yasa kun ga muna yin aiki da muke yi a communities ba tare da wani dangarda ba. So mun gode muku kuma muna so mu gode ma Babi. Babi, this is also a token to you. Please continue to show this support in all other projects that we will be implementing. I've already put your so thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
All right, thank you very much, sir, for these honors. Anjima za mu ci gaba ba mu gama wani akwai dalilin da mun yi haka don anjima ba abubuwan su yawa a lokacin da. So we're going to be going into a small plenary. So za mu ɗan shigo wani ɗan tattaunawa ne na mintoci kaɗan, minti 20 Allah ya da mun gama da wannan tattaunawa. So I would love to call on the following people so that they can come up for the plenary. From Naive, I want to call on Adamu. Please let's put our hands together for Kumalina Nike Manafishi. Atapa Hazama. And from JDBC, we have Farinde Ade. Is here one? Yes. Please, I need one additional chair here. And from CRS, we want to call the mommy mother in the person of Alice. Okay. And from the FSL team, want to call on my younger brother, Oga Peter Apagu. Let's put our hands together. And then from the wash sector, I want to call on my another younger brother, Malam Al-Haji Idris Kabiru. So we are going to be doing a very simple thing. We're just going to be throwing some questions for them to answer. And after that, I will ask from the audience, if you have any question to ask, you can ask. And I want to also say to the panelists that as you are Mayor Damaktani, you can Kwama it with Hausa and Turenchi and Kanuri, if you can do the same. That's not a problem. Before we continue, we have wanted to... Okay. Thank you. So we'll continue. Once waɗannan tambayoyin za mu musu game da aiwatar da ayyukan da aka yi kuma za su ba mu ansa. Banda haka mu kuma daga cikin jama'a in akwai wani wanda na da tambaya ko da ƙorafi ko kuma ya wani irin basira suka yi amfani da shi domin magance waɗansu damuwoyin da za su samu lokacin da muna aiwatar da aiki, za a iya wannan tambaya kuma Allah yarda za a samu ansa. So the first question would go to our partners. And I would want to start with Dr. Al-Haji Honorable Ambassador Adamu. Can you highlight some of the partnership support you received from CRS?
Partnership with CRS has been very pivotal to the growth of Naive. When we started in 2016, we are more like a community-based organization with limited capacity to implement some of the activities that CRS are implementing. But we shared this goal and objective of reaching the vulnerable communities with life-saving interventions. And since 2016 to date, our journey, our partnership with CRS has resulted to the significant growth of Naive as an organization. From being SR, from being a sub-grantee, to becoming an organization that has the capability to access direct funding from DOT. This will not go without acknowledging the kind of support that CRS has given to Naive as an organization in terms of financial oversight, ensuring that we have a very effective and efficient system, and allowing our system to work for us as an organization. Without that, we wouldn't have been where we are. The transfer of knowledge into different sectors that we are known for today is a result of partnership with CRS. If you look inwards into the wash sector, into the food security sector, into accountability to affected population, if you look at nutrition, we are well positioned, as an organization today to access direct funding from any partner that want to partner with local organization. Localization, as the name implies, it has been flying recently. But for NAIF, localization has been there since 2016. When we began whatever occurred in 2019, and then the issue of localization, we have to start, engaging with local partner, transfer knowledge. To us, it's not a new thing because CRS has, it's their core mandate to localize activities and engagement with partners. So, and we enjoy so much, that ownership of engagement. Like we have as a partner, CRS allow us to carry out our activity, even though we carry out those activities are in partnership, but somewhat we have the independency of making decisions as well. Our decisions are so welcome anytime we raise them. In terms of proposal development, there have been so many times where I've been invited some of our partners to come and say, okay, we're developing this proposal, we need your input. And then negotiating with donors as well, because I could remember that at the time I was engaged it's a transfer of knowledge and capacity, and it provides us with the opportunity to be able to negotiate in terms of negotiating with donors. I think I don't have much to say. I don't know whether if colleagues maybe from JDPC will also have some kind of comment or addition to what I've said, because we've been working in partnership with JDPC. Thank you.
Thank you. Ade, please, do you have anything to add on what Adamu mentioned? Thank you.
AD has actually said it all. I really don't know where to start from. I always say something. Whenever I have the opportunity to speak to a congregation like this, I like making one confession. I am a student of CRS, but I don't know whether CRS are where they have any academy somewhere of programming. But I can proudly say that's where I graduated. If you think I'm lying, I can show you my teachers and my principals. I was brought there, my capacity, everything about me in CRS. So if you check generally, among all the high NGOs that we have, when it comes to quality programming, CRS is number one. I've worked with many organizations, I've worked with many agencies, but when it comes to implementation, quality of programs, come to CRS. That's why sometimes you might think the kind of structure CRS that this thing is sluggish, it can be rigid. When something is rigid, that means it's fine, it's quality. When something is loose, anything can just pass through the system. So I learned a lot of things from CRS, one step after the other. When you finish one, you check, you understand it, feedbacks and everything. Then Eddie also mentioned when it comes to institutional strengthening. No, CRS are not selfish. When CRS is working with you, they build your capacity because they are leveraging on you to intervene to carry out those outputs. So they don't want any mistake at any level. So they both the human capacity building, institutional strengthening, CRS is number one. We have a lot to say, but let's just hand it up. Thank you.
Just to add to the discussion, as a non-profit organization, and then our limited capacity to be able to negotiate with donor, or local organizations like the do not have the ability to access some of the direct costs from donor, and that makes us to have that limited financial flow to the organization. That makes it very difficult for us to be able to have equipment to be able to function well. Thanks to CRS, if you see any staff of the flying any sophisticated laptop, that is as a result of generosity of CRS to support, us in buying those sophisticated laptops. It doesn't break down. In fact, I cannot remember any of our laptops breaking down at any time because of your work, and then laptop breaks down because the memory is too small or so. So recently, CRS supported the youth with Helios Van vehicle for us to be able to travel and reach the inaccessible communities. Like our locations in Yobe and Borno, some locations are very, are not accessible with ordinary our normal saloon cars. But the 406 is there. When traveling to Unisari tomorrow, anytime, you just fuel the car and then move to the field. Especially now that this issue of fluctuation of resources, money for fueling, and then if you are going to get a car hire to take you to Unisari, you start charging you as if you are going to heaven. So the best thing we do is to just fuel and just start moving to those communities, as well as providing us with 15 kVA generator to be able to work, have a conducive environment, work on our ACs so that we can continue to serve the affected population. Thank you for this generosity.
Thank you very much. Let's put our hands together for this two gentlemen. I'm going to the woman in their midst, the powerful lady, Jamaa Mutafamata. In supporting families to improve their nutrition outcomes, how were you able to break the barrier of food shortage vis-a-vis ensuring that children with mom are able to be catered for? Example, we heard that some families struggle with the children with the nutritive food you've given to them as a means of survival because of food shortage. So what are the strategies that we're able to use to ensure that the children that are malnourished still get nourished food and the family is also able to support them? Thank you very much.
So, thank you very much for that question. In the nutrition programming, what we did to make sure that families were supported to make sure their nourishment is enhanced, where first of all, you cannot get into a community without having dialogue with the gatekeepers. So we had contact with the community gatekeepers. We had a mobilization of the community, and that was when we were able to identify community mobilizers who served as our focal persons in the community. So these community mobilizers were trained, properly trained on nutrition programming and intervention. We trained community mobilizers and promoters on Tom Brown program implementation and maternal, infant and young child nutrition counseling. So the Tom Brown aspect, we use the Tom Brown to treat those children that were already identified with the risk of running into severe acute malnutrition. So we use Tom Brown to treat those, and then those that we know may fall into malnutrition if there's no intervention or no action taken. We went ahead to counsel family members on prevention and how to ensure that their nutrition status is maintained and enhanced. So the community mobilization officers that we engaged provided the counsels. They conducted house-to-house visits and carried out counseling. They also, during the visit, the whole visit, they conducted MUA screening of children in every household in each of our locations. And children were identified and enrolled into the Tom Brown program. And in this Tom Brown program, it's gone through for each phase. For this project, we implemented 4 phases of Tom Brown program intervention. And each of these phases ran through 8 weeks of intervention. And in the course of this intervention, the children we enrolled, for example, in phase 1, we enrolled 2,518, and it continues until phase 4.
and we had a total of over 10,000 children who were treated for malnutrition. And in the course of malnutrition, of this treatment, we had some challenges where families, because food items were scarce, as you know. So we had challenges, like you mentioned, of family trying to feed on this Tom ground, which before we began intervention, we had a training of communities, we already had a dialogue, but through consistent and persistent follow-up home visits, we made sure that children were able to feed from the Tom ground that was meant for them, and they recovered at the end of the day. And through this program, I mentioned the maternal, infant, and young child counseling, where we engage promoters to also counsel women that are pregnant and breastfeeding, so that the children they are yet to born, they are about to give birth to, and also the ones that are less than 2 years are taken care of properly to prevent malnutrition. So we provided counseling for these women throughout the project period, through promoters who coordinated, who facilitated this process. They trained community volunteers in the communities as well, who were basically women. They facilitated this program on a bi-weekly basis. And as we speak today, in those locations, these groups are still in existence, and even our lead mothers that facilitated the Tom Brown program, we also expect that those sites are also in existence, and counseling will continue to be conducted in those sites. So this was how we are able to manage to ensure that malnutrition is prevented in households. And apart from that, I didn't mention food demonstration. We also conducted food demonstration in each of the 4 phases, in every location of our Tom Brown implementation. And we made sure that we use our locally available food items, and we showed real-time experience and demonstration of food that are locally available and consumed by our community members. It's not different, but just for us to explain and the ways of how this food is prepared using our local ways of preparation, maintaining hygiene, also making sure that the feeding quantity, the quality is maintained in the course of feeding and preparation. Thank you.
Thank you very much. You can give it this everyone. Please let's put our hands together for her. And for those that do not have their tea, please you can just quietly take your tea while we are having this preliminary discussion. This question goes to Obiru. What are the ways you would say this project has shown some level of or levels of integration with other sectors like the FSL and the nutrition, since you are from WASH? In what way have you integrated effectively that you want to showcase, you want us to do? Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Timothy. And yes, first of all, I would like to appreciate or thank the US people for providing information on this program. And additionally, also, I would also like to give thanks to our community leaders and also our government stakeholders for creating that enabling environment to ensure that we support these people. Yes, in terms of integration, the project have integrated in a lot of ways. To start with, the project implemented WASH program as a component, and by implication of our definition, when we talk about the WASH project, each and every member of the community in one way or the other have benefited from the WASH intervention, meaning that we do community-based hygiene promotion, or community mobilizers or hygiene promotion volunteers, which are the members of that community. And in addition to that, also these community-based community mobilizers they ensure dissemination of good practices that has to do with IT, targeting all the other components of the project, meaning that the dissemination of good practices of IT, they targets both the nutrition project participants or the professionals from the community. We also target the food assistance as well as the food assistance as well as agricultural project participants, which are also from the community. Meaning that the project has, in one way or the other, intertwined and we work closely, ensuring that project participants get the full support from the intervention. And in addition to that, also, when we talk about the WASH, we are serving with responsibility of reviving, constructing, and upgrading of existing water facilities which are not functional. And in this particular project or intervention, the project also has targeted project participants that are benefiting from agri-intervention, where we're able to rehabilitate a water facility and link up the droplet of the water to the agri-demonstration farm, where that droplet of the water is used in the watering of the plant from the agricultural demo farm, which is also a kind of integration. And like I've mentioned also from the nutrition component, ensure that project participants that are somehow malnourished the benefit of our wash supplies. What do we mean by wash supplies? Wash supplies are non-food items that is essential for household utilization. So with that, we work collaboratively within the project, ensuring that project participants benefiting from intervention aid, which is necessary for example, also benefit from that wash, and also benefit from the food assistance as well as the agricultural.
Thank you.
Saboda ƙarin haske na ga kamar mun cinye taron gaba ɗaya da Hausa da Turanci, kuma sannan akwai mutanen da ba sa fahimtar Turancin, kare zaman to kawai mu ne muka yi Turancin mu muka tashi muka watsa ba tare da wasu sun fahimci me ake yi. Kamar maganar da shi Timothy yake ya tambayi Kabiru akan wani irin abu ne, wani irin salo ne project ɗin mu ta zo da shi, na ganin cewa akwai wash, akwai nutrition, akwai protection, akwai food security. Wani abu ne ya sa wannan project da suka zo da tsari har kusan guda hudu. Idan akwai yunwa, akwai rashin lafiya ko? Idan aka ci abinci misali yanzu nan ba tsafta, zai haifar da mai cuta. Shi ne dalilin da ya sa inda wash component ya zo kenan. A nan ne za ku samu akwai yara community nutrition mobilizers wanda suke shiga gida-gida domin wayar da kan al'umma akan mai abin da ya shafi tsafta, kula da muhalli, yadda za a wanke abinci da sauransu. A haka ne kuma ake identifying yara community nutrition mobilizers wanda aka sa su a community wanda suke bi gida-gida suke mass screening domin mai, domin gano yaran da suke da cutar tamuwa, domin a sa su a tsari na Tom Brown. Wannan tsari na Tom Brown din ya zo da tsari iri-iri wanda akwai mothers, lead mothers, ko wanda aka musu training akan yadda za a samar da wannan wake, gero, kanamfari, a hada a yi wannan kuru da ake cemar Tom Brown. Yaran da suke da cutar tamuwa sai a sa su a wannan tsari na Tom Brown na wasu lokuta har zuwa lokacin da za su warke, a sannan a ƙara identifying wasu yara a ƙara sa su a wannan tsari. To wannan tsari za ku ga cewa dukkan wanda suke benefitin daga wancan component da za ka samu iyayensu ko caregivers ko muhallinsu, an yi identifying wasu wanda suke karɓa suke samun tallafi na abinci. Sannan kuma aka sa musu tsari na bi gida-gida domin a wayar da kansu akan abin da ya shafi tsaftar iyali, tsaftace muhalli da sauransu. Ko da kuwa kumfura na nutrition ne an kawo wani tsari na nuna musu yadda za su tsaftace wannan abincin domin a ci ba tare da kuma an ci abincin da kuma zai zo haifar da wani cuta ba, ko ba haka ba? To wannan hakan shine ba da me yasa wannan intervention ya zama very all inclusive from multi-sectoral, domin mai a samar da lafiya da kuma al'umma wanda za a more su daga gaba insha Allah.
Thank you very much. Mun gode da wannan ƙarin bayani wanda ka buga a Hausa. Dama ana son ta cibita ne ko zai iya Hausa? amma na ji daɗin da ka fato shi. So for Peter, what are some of those challenges you encountered and the measures that you have taken to resolve them? Why I'm asking you this question is because you led the registration, so to say, for FSL, and then we know that most of the other components that followed use that registration for intervention, to reach people in need. So how were you able to manage expectations vis-a-vis Mazunema Albarma, who they already have, and then how were you able to bring the community into it in such a way that you were able to have a seamless implementation with little complaints? Thank you.
Right, thank you, Timothy. Ina ganin yanzu Adam sai magana a Hausa ko ni zai magana a Kanuri amma a Turanci. All right, so permit me please. Thank you, Timothy. Yes, I think in every implementation, to be honest, you can't run away from challenges, right? So nothing can actually be perfect because even the donor knows about that and has actually given a room for that. The interesting part is for you to quest to ensure that you improve or ensure that you have a seamless yet a very good implementation. So I know everybody at some point in this room participated in the start of the project and now in the end of the project. Like mentioned by Timothy, first point of call to ensure a successful implementation is the targeting, which is a very critical part. I know Alice and Kabiru have spoken regarding the community-based approach. So whatever we're doing, of course, or whatever we did, it was fully supported by the communities themselves. Not just by the communities, but as well with the government, right? So when we started the implementation, government were actually invited. We had a sitting like this, where we invited the government, we invited the community leaders, we invited the partners and every stakeholder that is going to be part of the implementation. Why? Is because for us to all be on the same page. We addressed ourselves in terms of the goals, the objectives, the scope of the intervention. So because we believe when we start, it's going to be seamless because everyone is aware of what we're going to do. Everyone is aware on the contributions or the support that are needed from each and every one of us. So yes, first one of course, like I mentioned again, is during the registration. Truth of the matter is, the funding can never be sufficient to support all the vulnerable, right? You can agree with me. As we can even see on the donor calling funding, the needs are still there. Importantly, and thankfully to the government, assessments inform the implementations that we do, right? So we do not just get money from a donor and get into a community that we want to do what intervention. No. The needs, right? And then the assessment conducted again informs now why we apply for those grants. And then once we are granted, we still get down to the field, right? To say, okay, yes, we have this amount of money and this is the targeted number of people that we're able to support. How we wish we can support everyone, but then we're unable, right? And that is why together with the meal team support us to ensure that the most vulnerable are being targeted. So first point of call is to ensure that you set a clear expectation. So yes, we have these funds. Yes, these are the communities that we're going to implement. Yes, these are the number of people that we're able to support. And these are the categories of the people we're able to support. So once you have that clarification from inception, it makes your implementation seamless. But of course, people of course want to always find their way around. We understand the needs are there, right? So together with the support of the community leaders, starting from the local government chairman, and also to the community, the Bulamas, down with the community, some of the community support as well, we were able to carry out this registration. So like we said again, of course, you can't have it 100%, you can't have it perfect. But however, I know over time, due to, say, making comparison with the previous project we've had, we've really improved into this project. And we can see that we had very limited number of infiltrators that as well came in. So that is just one of the challenges that we encountered and how we're able to manage it for registration. Then into the assistance as well. We're all in Nigeria, right? And the global inflation, it cannot be overemphasized, right? We see how things tend to unfold. When Philemon was actually making a presentation, he mentioned about the price and market monitoring that we ensured that was carried out every month, just to be in trying to what is happening, right? So we know that at some point, what we proposed at the inception of the project, the amounts are really not meeting the actual assistance we're supposed to provide to the participants. So what did we do? In close collaboration, we have sectors, right? The water sector, we have the nutrition sector, we have the food security sector as well, right? So all of those monitoring together with other partners and sectors as well, we came about, okay, how do we ensure that the amounts that we provide to these participants actually meet at least the minimum standard? So that way, advocates were actually made to the donor to ensure that we have those adjustments just to kind of meet up with those challenges. Then just to mention also, security is another challenge that we know we encountered. But what were those remedies, what were those mitigation plans that we had? The fact that we are working with the national partners, we are working with the communities, within the communities, we are working with community mobilizers, the fact that we are working with the vendors, right? So you look at the assistance starts from within the community and ends within the community, right? So if we're talking about probably maybe sensitizing those participants, the community-based volunteers are there. So you do not necessarily need to have CRS colleagues traveling to those communities to ensure that those sensitizations are done. No. If you're talking about providing this assistance to the vendors, of course, they're within the communities and they provided those assistance, right? And if you look at one of the technologies that we use, that's what we said is the market-based approach. We do not necessarily have to carry those items to those communities, right? We use the Red Rose platform, whereby electronically we just use the accounts of those participants, and then they are able to redeem. So we have quite a number of some of those key challenges that we encountered, but we're very much happy to provide more light into all this. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let's put our hands together for wata tambayar da aka masa shi ne menene kalubalen da aka samu lokacin da ana aiwatar da wannan project din, wa'ane ne especially ta fannin bayar da abinci da kuma ayyukan bendo da kuma registration da sauransu, shi ne yana bayar da ƙarin bayani. Jama'a yanzu ina so in akwai mai tambaya a wannan aikin da muka yi din, tambaya muka ce ba godiya bane, akwai lokacin godiya, yanzu lokacin tambaya ne. In akwai mai tambaya sai ya daga hannu, mutum guda dama uku ne kawai, daya in na gina daya ɗin su uku to shi ke shi ne kawai zai magana, biyu ba wata na mace ko wani abin nan. Please, can somebody help us with the microphone? Where's my IT? Okay, who is the fourth person? I mean the third person. 1, 2, and I have 3. All right, so let's start with my friend from Ubio.
Okay, thank you for this privilege. First and foremost, I have to recommend the nutrition sector for taking this opportunity to using the locally made materials for making turnarounds and demonstrating the modern needs to how to make turnaround. This definitely will tell us there will be a sustainability after the program. My question is that it has come to everyone notice and we all attest that during this Improve Alert, CRS and other partners use local community-based vendors for distribution or for the food distribution also. What is the actual idea behind this strategy for using the locally for using local vendors. One. Two, actually what magic, what strategy did you use for the selection of the eligible vendors? Are these vendors up to the task, meaning they have met the requirement? If it is, lastly, please use this strategy to transmit for those partners that are coming in. Because we come to notice there is a differences. And we know as the tone change, the dance must change. But there is some, this strategy that used during this approval need to be adopted. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. I think I will hand over this question to Peter. So Peter, you can write it down. And then you have just 1 minute. Peter, so now I take it up. So 1 minute. So let's take the second question and I will hand it over to you.
One time in the CRS and the organizers. My name is Modu Kusuma, ex-officer at the local government. Once again, while thanking the members of the high table for giving their testimony regarding the activities of CRS in the 3 local government. My question is, I want to know whether there is a linkage between the CRS that is now outgoing and the incoming sister organization that will possibly replace. But it is difficult to replace CRS, but I don't know whether they will do their best. So I want to know if there is a strong linkage between the CRS and the organization that is coming up. That is question number 1. The number 2 question is, I didn't go through your details of your protocol, but in the midst we have traditional rulers. When you are addressing them, you are mentioning Bulamas, district heads and village heads. They are far above Bulamas. And they are here with us in our meeting. And I don't know whether you're going to have time to call them to hear their views, because they have so many testimony to deliver here. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for your question. We have another person there. I agree in the addressing shugabanninmu da kyau ba, su lawans ɗinmu da na ce wai su lulawa, sorry, ya kamata su lawan hakimai, sorry, su hakimai ne da suka zo mana a nan. Ku yi hakuri, abin ana koya ne a kowane lokaci, kuma mun gode da gyaran da aka yi. In ba mu kira da kyau ba, ai hakuri, ana kan koya. Thank you very much. So, please, your question.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, sir.
My question is for the panelists. I just want to know the sustainability plan in place for wash, nutrition, and the FSL sectors. Looking at this project at the moment, so in plan so that
those ask the question, though he's busy talking to someone. We have interfaced with the organizations that are coming already, but we cannot tell them what they can do because they already have what they want to do. So Peter will provide us with his 1 minute on the first question that talked about recruitment of vendors. What are the strategies that you use? Is it possible for the organization that is coming to copy from what you have done and the rest of them? You have 1 minute, and then each one of you will take 30 seconds to talk about the sustainability plan based on sector level. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you, Timothy. So talking about the vendors, which is cutting across the 3 sectors that Sarah has implemented together with the partners. So what informed that is the learnings over time, the interventions done by other partners, and at the same time the CRS as well. So I know during the presentation from Philemon, naturally he spoke about lessons learned, right? So we've had this implementation. What were the challenges and what lessons have we learned that we're going to take into the next intervention? Before now, when intervention started, due to I know quite a number of factors, Then there were in-kind distribution, right? So partners were rather bringing items to distribute to participants directly. But over time, the lessons, what were those challenges that were encountered? What were those risks that are associated with having the in-kind distribution, right? So that was what actually informed, one of the reasons that informed us moving into the market-based approach, having those vendors within the communities. Again, these vendors, because of the insurgents, before now they were doing very well, right? So the insurgents actually crumbled businesses. So the intention is, how can we rebuild them? How can we rebuild the economy, right, within those communities? And that again was one of the reasons why we decided to take this. Again, we're also looking at safe and dignified programming, right? Not just providing assistance to participants, but then how do we ensure that this assistance that we provide to the participants is actually safe and is dignified? So taking those assistants very close to them, meaning having those vendors within the community so they don't need to travel a long distance, or we do not need to carry those items to those communities. So that is on the reason why, some of the reasons why we decided to do the market-based approach. Then on how we selected those vendors, truly the idea is, like we said again, is not to identify people that are doing well within the community and then give them assistance. Remember I said we're identifying the most vulnerable, right? So even the vendors, we are looking at vendors that are kind of having an average position to be able to support this. This is to revamp their business. This is to ensure that we boost them at the same time. Again, some of the criteria, we needed to be sure that they are from within this community. So you can actually vet, right? All those vendors are not from outside either Magumeri, Ruby, or Kaga. They are all within those communities that we implemented. Again, additionally, we wanted it to be, we ensure that these are actually people that are into business themselves. Not that we have someone that is selling medicine and he comes to sell food, right? So those are some of the criteria that we ensured. Again, they need to be very reputable and be known in the community, because we wanted our participants to be very, very comfortable when they approach your shops, to ensure that they have that redemption. Then the part of how do we ensure that the next partners are going to take up what we have done. Yeah, so there are quite a number of meetings, just like the sector meetings that we have, just like the sittings that we're having here now, right? So we know that there are partners that you're going to associate with subsequently. And like I said again, no one is an island of knowledge, right? We continue to learn until death, right? So we always are open to learning, and we expect that other partners as well are open to learning as we do. So we have, like you mentioned, we're already interacting with those partners that are going to take off from where we've stopped, and we share those positive feedbacks and those positive learnings with them to ensure that we have that continuity even after our exit. And that talks now, or touches on the question Modibo asked on the transitioning. So this is one of the strategies employed by having those close coordination with them, that even as we are exiting, I know there are quite a number of series of meetings that that is ACL, Save the Children, and CRS have had with the community leadership or the LGA leadership, right? And also, just to borrow from the word of the head of programming team, we know at times looking at the sustainability plan is not something that can just happen within the night, right? But then, what are some of the strategies that we're employing? We're having a meeting with the government now, right? We're telling you what we've done and the contributions you've actually provided to us. Do you understand? Those trainings that we have had together with you, those trainings that we've had with our community mobilizers, those impacts that we have had with the vendors, that now I know we're going to have some of the videos that will be shared, some vendors actually testifying how our assistance has actually improved their economy, right, by employing people at quite number. So so these are some of the strategies that I know we've actually employed in terms of sustainability, right? I know there are quite a number of community assets that we've had Like for agri, I know we have the demo farms that we've had. Those trainings that we provided to the farmers. We don't expect that when we are exiting, they're forgetting those trainings, right? And those inputs that have been provided as well, some of them are farmed, they've harvested, and some of them have been kept for the next year, that's this year farming season, right? I know there are quite a number of latrines that have been invested in, right? The Mami project, all of those caregivers, the community mobilizers and the likes that have been invested in terms of training, and also the government. These are all some of the strategies employed in the sustainability plan. So I'll just hold on here and then maybe hand over to my colleagues if they want to add in.
Yeah, so I will give Alice to talk 30 minutes, 30 seconds. So, and then Kabiru, and then we'll see from the final two gentlemen.
Okay, so in addition to what Peter has already said, for nutrition, it's similar to what he has already narrated. For us, we have done series of trainings as well. And our trainings basically were community-based. So if you look at the capacity building we've had, we have trained lead mothers, starting from that level. We train lead mothers, we train community volunteers, we train promoters, we train care group volunteers, and every other member of the community, even the community leaders as well. During our interfaces with them, we also undergo trainings with them. And then the community members, we also had sensitization sessions with them. And we believe, because they were the direct implementers and the beneficiaries of this implementation, we believe that the knowledge will not be from them very soon. It's even going to be extended to their generations to come. And apart from that, at the health facility level, we have also built their capacity. We've done series of referrals to health facilities. We've had series of trainings with them. And you know, knowledge comes to stay. It's not something, it's not a give and take thing. When we give to that person, and it remains with that person. So we believe that those trainings, those interfaces we've had, those discussions we've had with them, since we are the key persons from the community, I am also using this opportunity that the effort we are testing to today and the impact that CRS has made in your community, please, let's continue to let the light shine. Please, you will need to follow up. All those groups, nutrition groups that we have, after this intervention, what is going to happen to them? And those partners are taking over from us. Like Peter said, we've had meetings with them. They know the community volunteers that we engage for intervention. And you, the community, to know them, please introduce them to these partners so that we've done our own part as well, so that when they come to you, please show them the right people to continue to engage for intervention. When these meetings are not holding, please follow up with them to see that these meetings hold so that activities will be sustained.
Thank you very much. I know if I allow you, we will take the next 30 minutes. Kabiru.
All right, thank you, colleagues. Just a few additions to what my colleagues have rightly said. First of all, for WASH, I would like to talk about the approach. The approach for the intervention is that it is made in such a way that it's more of like a community-based intervention. For the fact that, as like mentioned by my colleagues, for the fact that knowledge gained by our community mobilizers from the community, the knowledge gained, that's through training, through equipping of these community-based volunteers or mobilizers is being left into the community even after when the exit of this project. They will continue to use it and they will continue to transmit it to the community, members of that community. In addition to that, also, we have ensured that community ownership of all our wash infrastructure facilities has been taken. And also, in addition to that, also, our approach to intervention, we ensure that the approach to intervention has been blended into the strategy or objective of the government, meaning that what we are doing has more or less fit into what the government is prioritizing, meaning that the intervention is needed. So, which means that if the intervention is needed, definitely complementing it with the sensitization to take ownership of what we have given, definitely those things will be maintained, even if to me the project has been exited. And in addition to that, for all the infrastructure facilities which we have built or constructed in those communities, we had ensured that for water facilities, we had ensured the creation of water management committee members, and those water management committee members were also linked with the government stakeholder, which are the sole responsibility of ensuring that water need in the communities which we live is provided. So, and in addition to that, we have given them a kind of adequate training to ensure that yes, they take care of those facilities, even if we are not, CRS is not there. And in addition to that, also they have equipped with a little kind of minor operation and maintenance kits, which even after the exit, they should be able to at least work on minor operation. We are not talking about major failure or major breakdown of wash facilities. In addition to that, for sanitation aspect, the project have constructed a lot of waste disposal sites and ensuring also creation of this committee of environmental sanitation, working closely with them, including the government stakeholders, including the community plumbers. So aspect training and equipment have also been done with these people. So which means that even after the exit of the project, they will continue to use that. And to conclude, the project has also ensured that we work closely with the new agency, sister agency, which is coming into replace CRS after one year.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Let's put our hands together for this family. 30 seconds more, Ade, and then Adamu will close.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Smith. All right. I actually want to try to follow the picture Sapi actually painted concerning the sustainability plan for agri, because that's my area. If you look at it, the way CRS structure the programming when it comes to agriculture, right from the beginning, they are preparing for the exit. Now let's check out the requirement for being a beneficiary in the agri program. Now you have to have access to farmland. Access to farmland alone means after the exit of the project, the intervention, there will be continuity. Then also the experience of farming. You should have experience. That means you have been doing it before. Also, you should have what's it called? You be in the community. You assure CRS will be in the community for the next 2-3 years. That's sustainability. Then also we have what is it again? Then you make yourself available for the best agronomic practice training. And you know when it comes to knowledge, whenever you learn that you get stick into someone's mind and head, it doesn't go up easily like that. So when it comes to agri, also we have the establishment of demo gardens. We have like 3 in Kaga and 2 in Magumeri. Those demo gardens are not only to demonstrate how to carry out cultivation. Also, that after the exit of that of CRS, they will make use of that demo garden to still train themselves on how to continue with the knowledge they get from the best agronomic practices. If you go to
Thank you very much. Adamu? I know, please, 30 seconds.
Thank you. I just want to conclude by saying that the activities of CRS itself is a sustainable in nature. For vendors, I believe their engagement with CRS up to this level, I believe they are fit for any market in the humanitarian process. And even if the incoming organization are going to call for vendorship, I believe they have all what it takes, to be able to provide service in the community. Their capacity has been built, the limit taxes, safeguarding their goods. I believe they can be able to provide service. For nutrition, all the activities in nutrition itself is self-sustaining. The lead mothers, the nutrition community mobilizers, the MYCN component. If you look at the large number of targets under the MYCN component with different kind of activity, itself is self-sustaining. So I believe like the then says in Abuja, sustainability in a Nigerian context is something that is very difficult to, pinpoint. But I believe if those good practices can continue itself in activity, all the activities are going to be sustainable.
Thank you very much. I want to sincerely thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for this wonderful time. If you wouldn't mind, you are excused to go back to your seat. Okay, so our lunch is not yet served, so we are going to take another segment before our lunch is ready. But before we go for our lunch is not served yet. So I'm thinking if we can take 30 minutes and take a session, go for lunch and prayer, and then come back. Meanwhile, I have an activity that I want us to do. Please, can we, let's be on our feet, please. Everybody stand up. People behind are not standing up. Please, everybody be on your feet. Earlier on, I saw the chief of party and the deputy chief of party of tribe. Are they still here, or they just came and said hello and left? Please, can we stop this video? I want to, ina son yi magana bari yi da Hausa da mutane da yawa sun fitin Hausa. Lokacin da muna aiwatar da aikin nan, akwai wani a cikinmu guda ɗaya wanda Ubangiji Allah ya masa rasuwa. I said that while we are implementing this project, one of us from one of our partners passed. So I want us to take just 1 minute to observe a moment of silence and pray for the repose of the soul of our brother in person of Ugo. He works with JDPC with the nutrition sector. So let's take a minute and observe a minute of silence. Bari mu dan saya minti daya mu girmama Ubangiji domin rai na mutumin da ya bamu mun aiki tare da shi, amma ya gan lokacin yayi masa don ya cika. May the soul of our brother Ugo rest in perfect peace with the Lord. Amen. Wanda haka ya hakuri ko? Wanda haka na ji akwai wani vendor namu wanda shi ma ya rasu a Magumeri. Bari Ubangiji Allah ya karɓe shi ko? Kuma je gida addu'a mu tuna da waɗannan mutanen wanda sun riga mu zuwa gidan gaskiya. Please let us sit down. Thank you. I would want to call on Zainab. There was a little bit of mix-up. So, zan kira Zainab. A wannan lokacin za mu karɓa martani daga wurin jama'a da muka yi aiki tare da su, su vendors ɗinmu da kuma su wayanda suka benefiting daga wannan project ɗin, su lamominmu, su hakimanmu da kuma lawans suna ciki. Please, Zainab, we have the list on the agenda already, so it's just to call them to come and give their testimonies. Please come in.
Mun gode sosai Malam Bashir. A cikin vendors namu wanda suke nan akwai wanda yake so ya ƙarin bayani? Ko duka ya riga da ya faɗa? Dama payment ne ko? Babu? To shi kenan. Yanzu za mu ci gaba, za mu kira wakil Zangal. Jangal. Okay, sorry. Wakil Jangal, community leader daga
Assalamu alaikum. Uka uli mana yi mari kaduri na mana ra abu na magana. Taram ne wanda kwalle ne da kan Borno e bayani. Kone. Kone ya. Yo da amuraro CRS ne. Kaza da Solomon da amurani ne yake. Kaza da lada senators amurani ga suna suraro isana. Mai yande kaduye. Gubiyo ma gumeri kaga isana ta mana ni galwar ya lokal kama yake. Ya kuso yara lokal kama don kodai da kado. Isana amuraka ne ka tuna fito salamu alaikum. Sai da sani a wajen riyara sunna ne. Awa ake fahimta sunna. Don ya gulli yana putu na sha kumbuye na. Ta sare bana da tarzu kumbuye. Gubiyo ma gumeri kaga ro tinya kam tuno ganar lar da magozai. Kuruna shan jiya na. Chamanari koshe sare sira sata saya mko kuta ohol ngu kumar kiri bodar sana rameli amma amriye gubiyo baru gani wa kuru nasha bilisna na kalo dili tamwa are tara la yin aware yar nguro ruena tara la ka ngawaina muriya wai doctor ya ro kamar mai yaro a wasa do am sare sare da zangal da ta mu turo kare ado ta mu ai kirga sannan ala parasu bune kuli kawal za bi kero le da do hakar yimba ta bro do mato yimba do kin diyomi nasha haikin yare putu kala kam so da fun sana ku kam ya mu ko kullu mu ko da kullu da wani don kirafin sayar ƙur'an ne ya labar no yare amsa yare sayar losing gender asar ganabi don yin mungu zanen bandana ana karuwa a wani sannan na fitin zufa yana tare an mu section head sai diyo na al'u kamu kwallon nufsana lari ka kwalde CRS zummanin ne principal ya lektara ya fito suro ne a kara CRS din malum do ku biyo ma America da yi na ari ya kusuro tira sanna yi ko kolin zallo toro surna yi kama wanda suna jin barbarci sun ji ko wanda wasa jin barbarci zan yi kuma mai tamku da Hausa suka ce dole duk aniyar moda za ta kira da ko da yau kuka bar wurin mu ko da za mu da ku dalilin ne yadda kuka yi aiki muka gani a kasa mun koya abubuwa a yanayin sanadin ku shi ya sa za mu yadda na ga muku cewa aniyar moda za ta bira da ko da kuma yan yanku mun muna bin kwatuta ba za mu taba mantar sayar ba abubuwan da ta yi din inda kamar gwadin da za ta yi yau sun nan da kyauta da gwamnati maganin hawan jini ba wai akan abinci ba ilimin da kuka ba mu din sai dole mu tuna gashi yanzu an tattamuwa mun ga yaron mu karami ko wani dan digiri aka bai da lafiya mu da kanmu ma mun san yadda zamu hana mu bashi magani ya warke ko ba haka ba kuma an ga mata yadda za su sayar da yaransu da kuma za su kula da yaransu za su wanke ka hannun yaransu da kuma kula da wasu abubuwa yadda suke zama a gidansu duk zurga sun koya har masu suna cikin da mutane bohol yadda aka gera shi su son ne wanda suka yi iya gurgurin karfin su yanzu na ga maka akuya ma ba ta shan ruwan kutafi sai na da mai ke sha saboda haka mu bayan da za mu ce mun gode a siyare bisa da rika yanzu a ce a organization din Nigeria wannan NGOs wanda suka yi aiki a ce makin da za a musu wani paper za su kai wa mana mai makin suna yanzu suna ta excellent.
Gode sosai a Skringana ko? Mun gode sosai baba wakil ya ce ya faɗi abubuwa da yawa wanda ba su cika nuri ba sun yi misi. Tangon ne na ci kaɗan kuna ji abin da ya faɗa. So a cikin committee da namu da suke da na magumari da kaga akwai wanda yake so ya ƙarin bayani akan abin da baba wakil ya faɗa. Bulamomi na kaga da magumeri suna nan ba? Akwai wanda yake so ya ƙarin bayani? A ba ki ba bulamomi din. Okay, so za mu kira Falmata Ibrahim Zarma. Falmata Ibrahim Zarma ta zo ta mana ta ba mu feedback akan ayyukan da muka yi mata. Kafin na sai mu zo kan lawananmu da kuma hakimanmu.
Assalamu alaikum. Suna na Falmata Ibrahim Zarma daga Kaga na zo. Abin da zan yi akan feedback din da zan yi akan malnutrition garin tamuwa. Garin tamuwa yana da amfani sosai. Abin da suka yi mana na CRS ba za mu manta da su ba. Wata rana ina zaune a gidana. Wayansu yara suka je suka same ni suka yi min sallama na na fita na ce musu suwaye ne suka ce musu CM ne. An turo su daga hukumar CRS su zo su duba lafiyar yara ƙanana. Suka shigo gidana suka shiga na ce musu ga wannan ɗan na fa ba lafiya kullum ba lafiya rame ya yake yi. Suka auna suka gani suka ce wai mama ɗan yelo ya shiga na ce musu mele yelo suka ce mun garin tamuwa ne. Na ce garin tamuwa na ce suka ce mun garin tamburawa ne za mu cika miki ka kuma dan Allah in muka tura ki gidan da za mu tura ki. In aka kuka je kuka nika garin nan ki dinga ba ɗanki in kika yi sati 8 ɗin nan za ki zo ki nemi mu a kafai ki kuma za ki ba wani labari ma. To suka ban kati suka tura ni wani gida na je ba ta ranar litinin ta je ta ɗauko kaya ta dawo ta ce mu gyara waken nan muka gyara waken nan muka sa shi a cikin ruwa ta zama ta karfe 8 muka sa ta ce yanzu karfe 8 ba na ce karfe 8 ta ce to gobe karfe 8 za mu zo muka ce a'a to yanzu ta ce a'a a da ne aka yi da baya ake nikawa yanzu ba baya ake nika da ana nika waken suya da bayan shi har da bawon shi ake nika yanzu babu wannan siya da sai mana canji in kika nika da wake baya amma zai ba ta haɗa kwakwalwa muka ce mata to karfe 8 yayi muka je gidan nata muka wanke hasi muka shanya shi a inuwa muka ce ga rana kina shanya a inuwa ta ce a'a ba a shanya a rana muka shanya shi a inuwa muka shanya babu na dawa ma muka wanke muka shanya muka wanke asin na abin nan waken namu tas da bawan shi ta muka shanya shi muka wanke shi muka ga ba ruwan nashi ba fari ba da muka shanya shi muka zo ranar laraba muka kara zuwa muka zo muka soya shi sama ake soya ba ja ba shi ke da siyan din ya kara zuwa ya zo aka shimfiɗo mana tabarma cikin inuwa aka kewaye mu dukanmu ya ce zai mana kansili muka ce me kansili ya ce shawarwari zai ba mu akan mu tsaftace gidanmu mu tsaftace yaranmu mu tsaftace muhallinmu har da makwabtanmu wanda ba sa cikin wannan garin mu ba su shawarwari mu ɗauka mu yi amfani muka yi shi kenan aka nika mana garinmu muka zo muka tankaɗa ba ma tankaɗa aka ce lafiyanin suka nika muka zo muka sa tukunyanmu muka wanke shi tas muka sa garin nan muka tankaɗa muka abin nan to muka a kaɗu a hausan da ba yare na ba dole muka kaɗa garin namu a cikin ruwan ya tafasu mai kyau ya nuna kunun namu za ka gaji har da maiko a kan suka ba mu wani gari foda suka ce in za mu ba yaran mu abincin mu raba kashi uku, kashin farkon mu sa garin ma yaran mu suna wani shi ma aka ce zai sa kwazo yaran mu su kwazo mai kyau. Wallahi yaro na baya da lafiya kawon watan shi 10 ko tafiya baya yi, na ba shi sati 6 kacal dan nan tafiya ya fara. Mun gode a su ƙoƙon imanin da suke da so samu ne da suke da sun koma garinmu, amma mutanen da kuka ce kun ba su sitin su zaunan nan ku faɗa musu su kwaikwayawa abin da kuke yi. Mun gode musu.
Gode sosai Hajiya Falmata Ibrahim daga Kaga ta yi magana ne akan impact na nutrition Tom Brown. Mun gode sosai. To yanzu za mu ci gaba, za mu kira lawananmu daga Kaga. Akwai lawan daga Kaga a cikin ina kira gare shi da zo ya bamu feedback ayyukanmu na Kaga.
A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Ba chairman namu na Kaga da nama Gumeri, da district head namu na Kaga da nama Gumeri, da manyan mutanen CRS da JDBC da sauran masu aikinsu da sauran gulamominmu da 'yan gari da bendo namu. Salamu alaikum. Gaskiya mun gode wa CRS da JDBC don abinda suka yi mana a Kaga, wallahi ba kalan da za mu iya tantance mu ce ga wannan shi ne kalan. Don in ba CRS din nan ta sake komawa Kaga ba za mu iya zama a kofar gidanmu ba. Don ba za ka san matan ga adadin da ba zan ce maka ga adadin matan da suke zuwa suna ce ba su da abinci za su dauke ka da. To CRS ta sake komawa mun samu sauki sosai, kuma Allah ya sa bana muka samu mun yi noma muka samu abinci da abinci sosai, amma dai dan dai so samu ne da CRS gaskiya ba za mu bar CRS da barka. Dan abin da CRS take mana din ko gwamnati ba zai yi mana haka ba. Dan CRS kowane wata idan kaga 'yan matan da suke zuwa shaguna suke amsa abinci suna shiga gidansu, wallahi da ka gani za ka yi mamaki. Kamar garin wani canji muka samu dan da spendo suka bude shaguna suna bada kayan abinci, da ka gani za ka yi mamaki sosai. To yanzu za ku bar mu, to Allah ya sa wayanda kuka samu hannunsu Allah ya sa ne su bi kama ku da ko kadan, amma ba mu ga alama ba. Allah ya sa ne ya tabbatar abinda kuka yi wannan su ma su, an ba haka ba gaskiya akwai matsala. Mun gode wa CRS da JDBC, Allah ya taimaka.
Mun gode sosai, kudin ma ba son bane da muke yi ba, amma bayan da muka iya ko? Bayan da muka iya, da a ce mu da kike bayar kudin da raki da mun zanna, amma kudin ma ba su tafiya muke yi ba. Mun gode sosai Baba Village Head. So yanzu ina kira ga District Head namu a jiya da ya fito ya ɗan ba mu ɗan godiya da ƙarin bayani daga Kaga.
Masu girman ciyaman namu na Kaga ba gobe da gobe da rawanin sauran gurin da suka zo daga alama da bai da da manyan mutane mu na CRS da JDBC da DAI. To magana da yake sai faɗa malam ya ɗan tabo shi, dole za mu yi godiya ma CRS, ya zama dole, an ce yabon godiya ya zama dole. da abin da CRS ta yi mana kaga an ce rai dai mutum bai da iko da shi amma ƙarshen rayuwa duk an mana da na farko mutum ya ma ban daki ya rufa masa ya ce da yaro wanda an kawo wani program mami program na ma duniya gaba daya a kaga ne aka fara to kaga dole za mu yi wa CRS kuma shi wannan shi ya yi da jibuci to kaga kuma dole za mu ce mutane kaga abunan gubiyo ma gubiyar ku yi abu don mun siya ta fi so dole wannan za mu faɗa don an ce mutum 10,000 ne da farko an ba mu mutum 4,000 da wani abu to dole za mu yi wa an sake kara mana ya zama 6,000 da wani abu to dole za mu ce mutum fi so duk abin da za ta bayar a nan muna zuwa muna gani in abin 10 ne za a ba mu 5 ko 6 dole kuma za a ce shi mu ya fi so to CRS akwai wani abin da aka yi ko daga wajen ku ne ba mu sani ba an zo za a ce za a ba da tallafi wanda suka zo za su je ku an ba guguwar 3,000 da wani abu an ba kaga mai shekaru abu mai 6,000 kuma an ba mu 1,000 kuka ba su ne ba nan ba ne ko mun kore abu ne kun ce kun zo na da su da yawa Chairman, Allah nan za ka tambaye su me muka yi musu ne? An ba mu 1,000 kuma mun fi su yawa muna da kamfuna guda 5 ai wanda suke zuwa UNICEF sun san yawan da muke kai mutum 20,000 ko 30 a cikin gari 1,000 ya za da ina za fara da ina za fara fara yin magana haka a wajen ku ne suka samu zata ne ba daidai ba ko su ne suka bada nasu ko kafin su zo ma sun ji labari a ba ma shi ba ma shi Allah a duba mana nan na mutum 1,000 kaga kai na zafa kai na zafa inda sai tana fara 6,000 ma ya muke yanzu jiya da safe 6 ma bai cika ba ina ji har na so daga masallaci na shiga gida ko ne ya sallama shi ba ya ce wa yawan nan ba ya ka kai ba shi jiya ma kai ba ko kaga bari sai ya da shi akwai masala akwai masala mai chairman kana da aiki a shi dan in sai ya rubuta koma ba har ka samu zama a ofis ba har ka samu zama a ofis ba CRS Allah muna roƙon ku a ga dono da ba ku wani gefe don zo wannan din dole mutum ya zo bara mu ce ba zai gaza ba amma a 1,000 ka fara an ba ka magumeri 6,000 su ba su da kan faɗa cikin magumeri gaba ya ba wuce mutum 2,000 ba ai da gona magumeri ko ba zana da kana na bera magumeri da kana na goma magumeri ina da sani ba to a ji abuwa mutane ko mu da muke da mutum 20,000 zuwa 30 an ba mu guda kai na zafa ai wanda suna tsoron yana tijani an mu da mago da sai su ne da kai na zama fara haka abun sun zo za su fara ya aikin su inda na gani gwanda ma su yanzu za su biya da bitin wani abu su ne masu na da albashin su dama amma wanda suke da yawa a cikin garin abun waje da wajen su da muna da mace ko ku sa baki kuma wani report ne muka akwai wani aikin da muka yi na kuma ku daɗi ba ne Allah ku canja report a gyara ba kuna da wani hanya da za a yi wani yanzu taimaka mana muna da matsala a Benin ba zai yi na ta da yi magana zai yi magana da biliyan mara benda da suke surutu sun karbi bashi ne a wajen masu hali ana cewa an biya wani an biya wani an biya wani ka je ka dauki kayan na miliyan biyar ka je ka bani miliyan da ba zai yadda ba shi ya ji labarin an biya a gani chairman da kai shi bai samu zama a musulman ana ta zuwa wajen shi ko shi aka rubi kuɗin shi ba a bashi shi abin da ya samu ya je a bashi idan ka muna neman aka ji ana tsaya da su da ita kwallo ta ruwa su ya fi hakkin su samu su biya bashi mutane don shi ɗin yana kawo masa kowa ba fahimta yake ba don kuɗin ba kawo na ke shi ba a naka yake ya ji labarin an biya kuma ka je ka bashi yana bin da ne biyar ka bashi ba zai yi daga mana na agaji ana duba su ba su ne su biya bashi mutane da abin da suka samu a ga wanda za su ka zo mutum yana yasa mutum 1,000 a ga ba ka canja kasuwa ba kudin nan za ta shiga wani rana biya su da wuri wancan na bayan sun ci wata uku ne kuna da biya su a ga kaga irin su ma duka na da ya fara canjuwa muna neman Allah in taimaka musu da abin da ku samu su canja kasuwa. Salamu alaikum.
Gode sosai, ana muna godiya sosai da sosai. Okay.
Sorry, I must to go to podium again. On behalf of my local government, I want to make some appeal for the donors. Please, you know what my district has said. Before our beneficiary, our 6,000 to 7,000 beneficiaries in the Kagala Kingdom. But for now, for the newcomers, we only left with 1,000. So the gap is too wide. So I don't know. I know they will hear me. Please extend my message. Let them look into whether, in order to talk to those who are changing you, or they do something. Please, the burden it will be too much for me. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Kusan canji na zuwa ne ta fannoni kala-kala. Kuma mutanen kaga kun ce ana son ku kuma yanzu kun ce ba a so. Kuma in kiɗi ya canza, ci dole rawa ma ya canza ko? To daman ina so ne in kira ko Timothy ko Peter su ba da ansan tambayan da yi, amma bari ba ma Timothy.
Thank you. Jama'a mu tafa ma Zainab. Yawa, ta taimaka ni ma na dan zo na kaɗan. So, ina jin an jima in Wilson zai yi magana tun da suna zama da Solomon kusa, Solomon zai dan tattauna masa abin da aka faɗa. So that ya haɗa a ciki dama ya kamata mutanen da za su karɓa daga wurinmu suna wannan taro ban san ko suna nan ba za mu duba suna nan an jima za su mai da martani amma shi Wilson an jima ya tashi zai iya magana kuma akwai wani daga wash sector wanda suna iya magana a ta ɗan sama ina yin da turanci da shi ma ba jin Hausa za mu ɗan sa mashi magana a kunne za mu kuma faɗa masa da turanci cewa ga appeal wanda aka fito da shi. So, and then of course the record of this meeting will ensure cewa za a iya rubuta musu cewa ga kwaɗafi wanda ya fito daga wannan ƙarshen jawabin da muka yi so da su ga abin da za su yi wannan ba promise bane amma promise ɗinmu shi ne za mu faɗa musu canji ya rage gare su amma faɗawa kam za mu domin su gani ko za su ɗauka mataki. Thank you very much. So yanzu lokacin sallah ya yi kuma abincin ba bai gama yi ba so za mu ɗauka awa ɗaya a yi sallah. Can we take just prayer time and come back until lunch is ready or through? Okay, just prayer. Okay, muna so don mu tashi da sauri kuma abinci bai yi ba kar mu ce mu jira abinci ya zo karfe 3 mu gama muna zama muna jira abinci ko? So za mu bayar da time domin a je a yi sallah as soon as ana sallah a dawo in ana dawowa manyan mu za mu yi hoto da su kamun mu zo ta fanni na ƙarshe wanda za mu yi wasu abubuwa. So yanzu za mu ba da zarafi a ɗaukar minti 10 ko 15 a je a yi sallah sai a dawo. 15 minutes please. Thank you very much. We'll come back by what time? We come back by 1:40 something.
Something is an infinity number.